Hey guys, I'm Coach Ty with Muscle Wiki, back with Georgina again, and today we're going to be taking you through the pull down. So we're going through all the different attachments and variations you can do, and we're also going to have a little short discussion on range of motion and why vertical pulling is better than horizontal pulling. Here we go.
So dramatic. I love it.
First things are the attachments. So we've got this nice V-bar handle here, which is nice because you can get a neutral grip, and the lats are stronger when your shoulder is in a neutral position than internally or externally rotated. So this is probably my personal favorite. And then you've also got single handle, which you can use unilateral or single-sided exercises. You can usually get a little bit of a longer range of motion with a single-sided exercise. So this has that benefit. And then you've got the good old-fashioned straight bar, and you got several different things you can do with this one. Overhand grip, shoulder width. You can go out super wide, which I don't exactly suggest, and we'll come back around to that here in a second. And then you've also got an underhand grip. I generally suggest that you go shoulder width on a pull down. Going wider is not really going to get you any extra bang for your buck, so to speak. Going wider, you would need the resistance to be coming from a 45-degree angle. And of course, on a seated pull down machine, the resistance is straight up and down. So you're not actually training what is abduction. You would need, again, the resistance to be coming from outside in order to train that function. So going wider than shoulder width, not really much point, but if you just like doing it, you know, that's all you, bro. Do whatever you want to do. And here we go. You ready? Go ahead and take that grip. I'll set this here. Now I like to kind of swing my legs underneath this knee pad, and also make sure this knee pad is low enough to where you are sandwiched underneath it. Of course, the weight is pulling you upward, so to keep it from pulling you up off the floor, this needs to be in the right spot. You should be able to get your entire leg vertical underneath this pad. Once you've got that part done, time to initiate the set. Yep. And you can pull this directly to your clavicle. It is okay if you lean back very slightly as you pull. In fact, one thing I like to do is push my head forward, so lean forward, and you can get a bigger stretch through your lats in that position, and then lean back slightly as you pull, and that'll give you a better contraction. Yep. Always make sure you're fully extending the elbows and bringing the attachment, whichever one you use, to your clavicle. We don't want to work just in that top end of the range of motion or just in the bottom end. The longer the range of motion, the better. Pretty much always. All right, let's do two more. Uno mas, last one. You didn't know I was bilingual, did you? You didn't even know. And done. All right? Yeah. You don't get extra points if you just drop this and it slams and everybody gets scared and looked. No extra points. In fact, you lose points. So gently rise up and rest. Range of motion on a vertical versus a horizontal pull. Now, you may have seen program designers and workout folks suggesting that you have both a horizontal and a vertical pulling exercise. I personally disagree. I would stick with vertical pulling purely for the lats, and because the function being performed at your shoulder joint is the same whether you're rowing or performing a pull down, which is shoulder extension. So a row is simply shoulder extension in which the resistance is coming from in front of you, and a pull down or chin up is a shoulder extension in which the resistance is coming from above you. So when you put the two next to each other, what you're doing when you're rowing is basically half of a pull down, range of motion wise. You get 180-degree range of motion here when you perform a pull down, and if you're doing a really good row, which most people aren't exactly doing, you'll get 90 degrees because you're pulling from in front of you. So from here, this is the beginning of the range of motion at the shoulder joint. All the way to here, again, you go through a 180-degree range of motion at the shoulder joint and therefore the lat. So vertical pulling for your lats is the way to go. Now, horizontal pulling can have some benefits for your mid and lower traps because of the scapular movement. The upper traps a little bit if you're slightly higher on a row. That silverback shrug positioning at the hips. But again, vertical pulling for your lats is the way to go. All right, folks, that is the lat pull down. Thank you for listening and watching. As always, I've got another lat video for you over there and a bicep video for you over here. So go check those out when you can. And thank you, Georgina, as always, for helping me out. You've been wonderful.
My hard-boiled egg is growing.
Yes, her biceps. Hard-boiled egg means biceps. So make sure you go follow her. Her Instagram will be in the description. Go show her some love, and we will see you with the next one.